Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Happy Ostara everyone, or happy spring. Yes, I'm just so happy that the spring is finally here, and I thought I'd do some Easter decor. I'm just going to do these shelves here, and I might do a bit in the lounge and maybe a little bit in the kitchen as well, but definitely want to change these shelves up here because they are more winter, and yeah, it's time, isn't it? I really want to get out in the garden and start doing things out there as well, and I do have a little climbing rose that I want to plant, so I'll do that today. I hope everyone had a really nice Mother's Day, you know, appreciating our mums and being appreciated as well as a mum, and quite a lot of us are fur mums as well, so yes, I hope everybody had a lovely day on Sunday. I certainly did. I was going to show you this lovely gift because it's my first Mother's Day as a grandma, and Emma got me a little gift from Alice and a card, and I'm going to show them with you because honestly they're lovely. I really love it. You'll have seen the cup in the intro actually, but it's so pretty. I'll bring it close so you can see. It does have some tea in. It's this beautiful, like, can you see it? It looks so spring-like, doesn't it? With the butterflies on and the flowers. I just thought that it was really nice. It's pink inside. And it says, it's got writing inside. I don't know if you can see, but it says, I'll read it out. You deserve a special treat for always being so kind and sweet. It continues on the saucer there. So she got me that from Alice, and I thought that was really nice. So that's my new favourite cup, guys. I didn't really want to use it, you know, because I was like worried in case I broke it. But I don't know, what do you think, guys? Do you think I should put it away, and in case I break it, and like keep it because it's special? I think I should, shouldn't I? I'll have this cup of tea and then I'll put it away because I just want to keep it, you know. And I'll probably, do you know what, I'll probably just get it out on Mother's Day and drink from it on Mother's Day and then put it away. I just want to treasure it, you know, because it's like my first gift from Alice. Anyway, I'll just put that down on the floor there very carefully, and I'll show you the card that she got me. Well, she didn't get it for me, she made it for me, and I thought it was really nice. And she's put, it's a bit of a joke that we have, she's got Grandma Glamour. So it's this one that Emma made for me from Pippin, and it said, to my grandma/glamour on Mother's Day, I love you. But she's did our little footprints, you know, with some pink paint, and made them in the shape of a heart. So it's a keepsake. I'm going to frame this, guys, and keep it. And I hope she doesn't mind me. I'm sure she won't mind me reading it out. But it says, the best grandma glamour anyone could ask for. Happy first Mother's Day as a grandma. I hope you have a lovely day. I can't tell you myself yet, but you're the best and I love you. Can't wait for our future adventures together. Love from Alice. Isn't that lovely? So I'm absolutely over the moon with that card. You know, it's better. Do you know what, for me, it's better than any card she could have ever bought for me. You know, I really like things like that. And yeah, speaking of Alice, for a Easter bag, you know, because I'll just get it, because it's just here. That little Easter bag, I did find a little dress to go in it, and you know, I've got the little lamb as well. So that's the lamb, so I was going to pop that in the bag for her. And then I was looking for an Easter dress, and I found this one in Matalan, and isn't that so sweet? I just love it. It reminds me of dresses that I used to wear when I was little. You know, when I've got pictures of myself, I've got similar dresses on with this like smocking. You know, I think it was a thing back in the like 70s. Can you see it? It's exactly the same smocking detail like what we used to have on our dresses. And I love the little fluted collar, but it's got like a cherry pattern on it. It's lovely, and it's got like the little knickers as well. to match it. So I think well, that's one of our Easter outfits. I'm sure Emma will buy us some as well. So guys, whilst the weather is fine at the minute, I mean, it doesn't look too bad today, but it's quite windy as well. So whilst I can, I'm going to go out and I'm going to plant the rose, you know, the rose bush that I got from Home Bargains recently, and it was only like $1.99. So I'll show you that, and I'll take you out in the garden and we'll plant that up. And then I think after we've done that, I'm going to do some Ostara buns or hot cross buns. So I hope you join me for that as well. And then I think we'll get to this, you know, decorating this and around. Right guys, so I've got this rose that I got from Home Bargains for $1.99. It's a climbing rose, and it's Rosa Parade. So I'm just going to plant it in this container here with this cordyline plant. I'm going to take this cling film off it. So I'm just going to pop it in this side next to the gazebo. So yeah. Right, so I've managed to plant that. And the idea behind it is so it will grow up, like up the post here, all the way up this post where this clematis is, and then it'll grow along the top of the gazebo, so like up there and along. Oh, I love these little crocuses coming up in this Easter Island head. And the crocuses here, they mainly look all yellow, but there is the odd purple in amongst the crocuses. These primroses that I bought on offer from Home Bargains, and the daffodils coming up as well. I'm going to plant the other rose bush so it grows up and around this archway. It's the same as the other rose bush. And again, some primroses here with the daffodils. They look like they are going to bloom soon. I love the red of this primrose, it's absolutely stunning. So they should be blooming soon. And look at my pear tree, guys, this is starting to bloom as well. You know, the leaves are going to be coming. This is my apple tree, so the apple tree is also starting to bloom, although it's slightly behind the pear tree. Right guys, so we're going to make the hot cross buns or Ostara buns, and I've got all the ingredients here that I'm going to go through with you, you know, and the equipment that you'll need. So on the stove top here, I've got, I'll just turn these around to know if you can see the stove there. I've just got some milk on a boil. So it's 300 mils of milk that you need. I've got 50 grams of butter here. I've got 500 grams of strong bread flour in this bowl. A teaspoon of salt here. I've got some caster sugar in this one. I've got mixed peel. There's 125 grams of mixed peel in here, and an egg. I'm going to beat this egg. In these little things here, I've got the salt, a teaspoon of salt. I've got a teaspoon of mixed spice, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I've got 700 grams of yeast. Now the yeast I've got is dried yeast, and it's from Aldi, and it's in this packet here. You get 8 sachets in, and each sachet is 7 grams, so that's exactly what we need, and it's the fast action yeast. So you can put this directly into the mixture, into the dry mix. You don't actually have to put it in, you know, like in liquid. So yes, what else do you need? I've just got the mixed fruit here. So you can have 75 grams of sultanas and 50 grams of mixed peel. But I didn't have any of that, so I've just got the mixed fruit. And again, these are all from Aldi, guys. The yeast I picked up from Aldi. The flour, the strong white bread flour I picked up from Aldi. These sultanas here. Oh, actually these are sultanas. I did pick, where is it gone? Sorry I can't find the bag. I'm sure that's not what I used. No, there are definitely sultanas. Sorry guys, I'm losing the plot. It actually is sultanas that I bought. And not mixed fruit. But you could use mixed fruit, you know, but this is sultanas, sorry. My mistake there. So yes, 125 grams of fruit. Is there anything else? You can put an apple in if you want, a chopped apple, but I'm not going to. So I'll list all of the ingredients, guys, in the description box below. Equipment wise, all you're going to need is your hands, a wooden spoon. What else are you going to need? A sieve to sieve your flour, and a baking tray. Now you can either line your baking tray or you can use greaseproof paper like I have. But a tray to bake on. Right, so I've just had my milk on the stove top, and I've brought the milk to the boil, like 300 millilitres of milk, and I'm going to add my 50 grams of butter. It's unsalted butter, guys, and I'm just going to add that to the milk. And let that melt in there, and then I'm going to leave this until it's hand warm. So, you know, just stick my finger in, and yes, we need that to cool to hand warm. Next, guys, I'm just going to beat my egg. Ready. So guys, whilst I'm waiting for my milk and butter mixture, waiting for it to cool, I'm going to add all of the dried ingredients to my bowl with the flour. I've already sieved this flour, so I'm going to add the sugar in. I'm going to add the salt in. I'm going to add the ground cinnamon and the mixed spices, and lastly I'm going to add the yeast. Right guys, really sorry I've lost a little bit of footage, but all I've done is I made a well in the flour, I emptied in the milk mixture, and I emptied in the beaten egg as well, and I just mixed it with my wooden spoon, brought it all together, and then I'm just going to use my hand to finish it off. So I'm just going to get my hand in and just bring this more together. And then I'm going to turn it out onto a floured work surface. Right, I'm just going to flour my work surface. I'll bring you over here so you can see a bit better. Okay. So just flour that, and then I'm going to transfer my mixture onto the surface, and then you've got to knead it for 5 minutes, guys. So I'm going to ask Google to set a timer for 5 minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 minutes, please.
Okay, 5 minutes, starting now.
Right guys, so I've kneaded that for 5 minutes, and now what I'm going to do is pop it into a bowl, and it needs to be lightly oiled. So I'm just going to use some of this sunflower oil. Again, this is from Aldi. This one here. So I'm just gonna put a teaspoon, well, about a tablespoon in of oil, and I'm just gonna use my hand, guys. So just a lightly oiled bowl, and then pop your dough in, and then I'm going to cover it with some oiled cling film. You can use a brush to oil it, but do you know what? I'm just going to use my hand. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of oil on there. And all that is, if you don't know, you probably all know, just when it rises, so it doesn't, the dough doesn't stick to the cling film. The oil stuff prevents it from sticking. And then you just put this in like a warm place until it rises. So you prove it for about an hour. So yes, we'll be back in an hour after that's proved. Okay guys, so this has been proven for, wait for it, about 2.5 hours, because yeah, I went out with my friend, so I left it. But as you can see, it's massive, it's doubled in size, and it's leaving an indent, you know, when I'm pressing my finger in there, which means it's ready. So I'm going to mix the sultanas in with the dough. So I'm going to knead those in and try and distribute them like evenly. You can put more fruit in, you know, if you want, if you prefer like lots of fruit. Right, so that's that done, and what we're going to do is cover it back over with the cling film, and we're going to leave it to prove for another hour. And I will say an hour, not another 2.5, and then we'll come back when that's ready. Right guys, that's risen again, and I'm going to take the cling film off. We'll just hang on to that because we will need it again. And I'm just going to flour the surface. Right, so I'm just going to divide this mixture, just knock it back a bit. And just roll it into like buns. Going to roll that into buns and pop them on a baking sheet here. So I'm just going to try and make them sort of equal sizes. That actually might be a bit too big, guys, you know. I think I'm going to roll them about that size because they will prove again. So maybe about that size. I'll have to leave enough room as well, so they can expand. Pop that one in there. If any of the sultanas come out, you can always just stick them back in, you know, like that. Just press it in. Actually, I think them are two. I think that's probably more the size. We'll halve these again, guys, because I think they're going to be big when they prove. Never actually made hot cross buns before, so this is new to me, guys. It's going to be dead interesting to see how they turn out. You know, I'm thinking that might be a bit too big. think the recipe says it makes about 15. I've kept having to pop out today, you know, in the midst of making them. So they've proved for a lot longer than what they were meant to prove for. You know, with me being backwards and forwards in and out the house. So what do we have there? We have 9 on there. No, we don't have. Mama, we're missing. Can't count. I've got quite a lot of sultanas that's actually fallen out of these. So guys, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to push them in, you know, because I definitely want the sultanas in. Right guys, so I've just divided them, and there's 15 in total. So I'm just going to cover them with some cling film, some greased cling film, just to because they've got to rise again. So I'll just cover those over, and we'll come back in an hour's time. Right guys, it's getting on a bit. It's quite late now. I'm just going to do the mixture for the crosses on the top of the buns. So I don't really have the measurements for this. I'm just going to put some flour into a cup. Because you actually pipe this on. And then I'm just going to add some water, just a little bit at a time, because we want to make this into a paste. So I'm just going to add maybe 3 tablespoons and see where we go with that. Yeah, I think we need more than that. So we'll just keep adding more until we get that paste consistency. I think we're there, guys. Maybe it's a slight bit more water. Another tablespoon of water in. To make it a little bit more loose, I guess, so it'll pipe easier. I don't know, guys. I think it might need a little bit more. What do you think? Try one more. If you put too much in, you can always add more flour. Right guys, I've been looking for a piping nozzle, and this is the only one I've got. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the icing in the bag and then just put out the nozzle and see how we go. Just throwing these over. They're a little bit organic shapes, shall we say. They've got character. They're very interesting. Can you see them? I'm sure they're going to taste fine. Right, I'm just going to put some of this mixture into this bag, and then we'll see if we can pipe without a nozzle. Hopefully we can. Hope this can see what I'm doing. So these go in the oven on a 200 degrees, and that's for a fan assisted, or 220 for a non-fan assisted, and they go in for 20 minutes. So I'm going to pop those in the oven. Go in the middle of the oven. Right guys, they've just came out of the oven. I actually forgot to put a cross on this one. It does say to brush with apricot jam. I don't have any apricot jam. I've just got marmalade, so that's what's going on them. So I think it might be better if I heat this marmalade up to brush on them, just to glaze them, to give them that shiny look. Right guys, so these are the buns here. Some of them's been eaten, and yeah, they're a little bit different shaped, but I don't think they've came out too bad, and they certainly taste lovely, guys. They really do taste nice. Yeah, so I'm going to toast one of these, put some butter on it, and I'm going to have a cup of tea. Right guys, so I've decided to change the shelves up, and this is how they are at the minute, you know, with the wintry decor. I changed this after Christmas. Well, actually I didn't have the shelves up, you know, they are a recent addition, but after I took my Christmas decorations down, David installed these shelves for me. I hope you can see them. They're just, you know, they're like that. We've got the long one on the bottom and then 3 up each side, and I've got the wreath in the middle. So I think I'm going to take all of this down, and I've pulled out my Easter decorations from the garage, and I've got a bit more than this, but I think this is where I'm going to have in this room. But we'll play about with it, you know. But this is like, this is a recent purchase, if you didn't see it. These are in Home Bargains at the minute. That was in Home Bargains as well, that frame there. What else did I pick up this year? These two were in Home Bargains this year, and this guy here was in the range this year. The other bits and pieces I've picked up over time. I think, see this rabbit here and this one, these are a pair, and I did pick them up in B&M last year, but they've got them in this year, guys, and the rest of the things are from Poundland and places like that. I believe that was from B&M last year as well. So yeah, there's some like really nice cutie stuff in the shops this year, you know, there always is, though, to be fair. So if you can't pick any of these, like all of these items up, you'll pick up similar things up, you know, which is equally as nice. So guys, I'm just going to start taking everything down from these shelves, and then we'll start putting things up from this pile. Right guys, I'm finished. Quite happy with how it's turned out. I might move things around, I don't know, but at the minute I'm happy with it. I am planning on getting some more bits and pieces for Easter, or at least having a look around and see where I can incorporate. But I do have other Easter decor to put up, sort of in my living room. I always do my mantelpiece, and in the kitchen as well. I've got like some Easter kitchen things. So this is just, I've not bothered putting this up, but I'm going to put this up in maybe the living room. I don't know. I've got some eggs left there, some flowers, and I've got the Happy Easter banner, which I've got about 3 of these, guys. These are really good value from Home Bargains. They're under £2, I believe, and they really are nice. So I will put this up at like more closer to Easter. But I'm going to go through the shelves with you because I just think it looks, yeah, kind of cute. At the top here, I've got the lantern that I got from the range. They've got these in now, guys. They're £10, well, £9.99. I've just got my little wooden mushroom from Primark, and this guy's from Poundland. The globe on this shelf with a little wooden cut-out bunny, that was from Home Bargains too. And these little bunnies here, I think I've already said they're from B&M, and they've currently got these in. At the back, that's just a little bud vase from IKEA with some flowers in, and just I've popped on a little egg there because I thought the tree was looking a bit overcrowded with the eggs and that. So I popped the little egg on there. Again, he's from Poundland. The eggs are from Home Bargains as well, and I do love this twig tree, and I think it's going to be a forever up tree, you know. So it'll be up at Christmas time, it'll be up in winter, in summer, autumn, you know. It's going to go all the way through the seasons. It's fabulous. It was a brilliant buy. It does light up, and I got that from B&M. They'd reduced it to £6. I'm sure it was about £6. The Happy Easter sign, I picked that up last year from B&M as well. And this little pot thing, well, it's a oil burner or wax melt burner. This was from Asda last year, and I love the little bees on it. It's just so cute. This is a buy from the range this year, and the basket, I believe I picked that up from either a charity shop or a car boot fair. And I've just popped some flowers in there last year. I am going to rearrange these flowers because I'm not entirely happy with that. I just want to add a few more florals, I think. Again, I've got like a little cut-out bunny there from Home Bargains, and the frame there is from Home Bargains. I do want a picture of Alice in it, and it would be nice to get a picture of her in a little new dress, you know, with the one I've showed you in the video with the cherries on. I think that would be really nice. Up here, these bunnies are from, I think they're from Home Bargains. They do have some of them in this year as well, like this kind of flocked bunny. The big vase, I love this vase, guys, and this was, I think it was £10, £9.99 from the range. That was a recent purchase. And the egg stem, the stems with the eggs on were from Home Bargains. They do still have these in. Bunny from Poundland, another lantern from the range, and my little mushroom. I've got the wreath from the range. Yes, that was from the range, sorry. I think that was £12.99. I hauled it recently, and the ivy at the top is £3. Oh, actually, I think they put it up to £3.50, and that's from B&M. I've just trailed it down here, you guys. Like, I've just left it, you know, sort of trail there. Oh, sunflowers as well. I got these from the wholesalers. These sunflowers stay out all the time, you know, well, except Christmas. But I just like them. They make me feel like bright, you know. They make me feel happy, happier. So as you see along here as well, I've left the ivy just trailing down because my intentions are, I'm taking these curtains down, and I will be putting some new, like, different curtains up, and I'm going to trail the ivy like along the curtain pole, all the way along, and yeah, and also on the other side as well. And I do want something for here. At the minute, it's just, I've popped that little flower fairy on. You see on the lamp. I do need to put this like acorn, scribbled acorn to show you, and I do want something for here, you know, some kind of spring Easter decor for here. So and I do want to pick up some other little bits from the shops as well, because I haven't got much Easter decor, well, spring decor in my lounge and my kitchen. I don't really want a lot in the kitchen though, so and it would probably be really nice to change these covers up, you know. I would like maybe some spring kind of covers. I don't know, maybe some bees. I think like little bee cushions or something would be nice. But yes, let me know what you think, guys. Well guys, I hope this has give you some sort of inspiration, you know, some motivation, inspiration to decorate for spring if you haven't already, or decorate for Easter as well. Yeah, I've had fun doing it. I really like faffing on with things like that, you know, and I do intend to do the rest of the house as well. Well, the you know, the other rooms, as I've mentioned. The hot cross buns or star buns didn't quite turn out as intended, because I do believe that was my fault, and I'll tell you why. Because you were meant to let the you know, the dough proof for an hour. The first proof was for an hour. In my case, the dough had 2.5 hours to proof, because my friend rang me and said, "Elaine, can I borrow your garden loppers, you know, the shears?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'll bring them over," you know. So I went over and I was there 2.5 hours nattering and having a tea. And so I got back and I did the second, you know, and then the second proof, and then I had to pop out again. So the second proof was probably about 1 hour and 3/4. Yes, for the second proof. And then the third proof was for 1 hour. I did only do the one proof for 1 hour. So you'll have noticed it was light in the video when I started and it was dark when I finished it. But on the plus side, my kids won't usually eat hot cross buns, because they don't like the sultanas and they call them dead flies. But my son actually, he said, "Can I try one?" And honestly, you could have blown me over. You really could have. And I was like, "Yeah, go on then." And he tried one, and I didn't. He just went and got one off the bench, and I thought, you know. And he just ate it as it was. And I said, "Oh, do you know you can toast them and put some butter on?" So I said, "Let me do you one and try it with, you know, toast it with butter on." And he actually liked it more, which I do as well. And so yeah, I think his taste buds are kind of changing a little as he's getting older. You know, I think they do, don't they? Your taste buds change. I mean, I was so picky when I was like young, you wouldn't believe it. But I was really picky with food. But now I eat I eat most things now. I'm not really big on red meat. To be fair, I think I could not be bothered about meat. I did have a vegetarian stage in my life as well, and it's something I've toyed with, you know, like going back to. So that's, I mean, I don't think I would be vegan, because I do love cheese, and I couldn't omit cheese from my diet. Yes, I don't think that I could omit cheese from my diet, because I absolutely love cheese. So guys, let me know what you think of the shelves behind. If you like them, or you think I should make some changes, you know, let me know what your thoughts on them. Well guys, all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until the next time guys, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.